What's up, friends? Welcome back for more Breaking Bad. Today we are heading into episode 3 of season 5. Every time I get into a new episode now, it just kind of reminds me how close to the end that we are getting, which is good and sad at the same time, because this has been going on since really near the start of the channel that I've been watching this show, and so it's going to be quite a change once I'm not watching this weekly with you guys anymore. But I'm still loving the show, of course. Cannot wait to see what's in store this episode. Last episode, to really no huge surprise, Walter wanted to get straight back into cooking again with Jesse and now with Mike as the third member of the team, which this will be the first time that Walter and Jesse have been cooking with a pretty competent partner. Not to throw any shade to Badger and the boys that they were using earlier, but Mike is definitely a lot more experienced and capable than those guys, so I don't exactly know what their methods are going to be for cooking, where they're going to cook, but I think they will still manage to be pretty successful. And we also got introduced to some new characters and a new entity with Madrigold, which they didn't really talk too much about. They just more introduced it as kind of this above Los Pollos thing. And so when I thought that Gus was the end game, it seems like that there's still more people, more higher ups that could still get in the way of either Hank and his investigation or Walter and his cooking. But I guess we will find out more about that in this episode and the episodes going forward. But I hope you guys are ready to jump into another one with me. Hopefully you enjoy it. Definitely consider leaving a thumbs up if you do. It helps the video reach a lot more people and helps the channel grow, so I appreciate your guys' support on these videos. And of course you can check out my full-length reaction to all the Breaking Bad episodes I've done on my Patreon, link for that being in the description below. Those are always uploaded ahead of the YouTube edits as well, so you can see them ahead of time if you would like. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into episode 3.
Looking for something in a Markowski.
Dennis Markowski?
That's the one. Oh, and I've got my paralegal with me today.
Coming up in the world.
Are we getting another character? Whoa, nope, this is not a new character right here. Mike is in the world of law now. Interesting. I assume this is like a fake position though. He's just acting as one.
You hear about Chow?
People say he skipped town.
He's dead.
Oh, this must be one of the other 11 on the list. That's my guess, at least.
The feds took away my hazard pay. Now, it's not gonna be me, but absent the hazard pay, sooner or later, someone's gonna flip.
No one's flipping. I've got something new. It's just starting up. It's gonna make you whole.
Oh, so is Mike going around to all the same people Gus had and just transferring them to Walter's business? That's pretty wild that Walter kills Gus and just becomes him, takes over the business.
You don't mean to get to them all today.
Yeah, I do. Hey, let's go! Open up!
When Mike has a mission, man, he does not waste time. I hope that I interpreted that right, that he was kind of getting him to keep his mouth shut so that he will move on to Walter's business as well, or he's just telling him to keep his mouth shut because he will be compensated for his previous work.
Back here. Oh, hi. How was your day?
Are you moving back in?
Yeah, I'm home.
I don't think Skyler wants him here. She seems so afraid of him and all their interactions now. And I think she knows that she can't brute force him or talk him out of stuff anymore.
We're the three amigos. We don't need a fourth amigo. He said he was gonna break my legs. Don't tell me he didn't mean it, okay? Because he gave me the dead mackerel eyes.
Oh my gosh. Of course Saul would be against it. To be fair, Saul doesn't know him like we know him at this point. I think Mike can definitely be trusted.
I handle the business. Making the stuff, that's your end. Do not tell me how to take care of business. Is that absolutely clear?
Sure.
Man, I never would have expected we reached this point, especially right after he found out that Walter was responsible for Gus's death. It's taken quite the turn from the bar interaction between the two of them, where Mike beat up Walter and basically exerted complete dominance over him.
You know what this is? It's a corrugator. When this thing is running, it's like a jungle in here.
That'll ruin the product.
Oh gosh, I was thinking that this place looked perfect. I guess it's right in line with the show though for the first option not to work out.
We'll make the tortillas smell like cat piss.
Somebody bound to notice that.
Be creative. Put your heads together.
Anything food related, gonna have unannounced government inspections.
I like that we're going through all these different options right now. If you're gonna be the next Gus, you have to be just as careful as him.
All I'm asking is that you keep an open mind.
No. Hell no.
Oh my gosh, I knew eventually we'd get to the laser tag. I said that as a complete joke the last episode, but he actually did suggest it.
There's a cop shop a quarter of a mile away. It's perfect.
How are we gonna fit a lab in here?
Who said here?
I'm not sure what that was supposed to mean, but he's got some idea.
Homeowners hire a pest control company. No one looks twice at a tenant house. Now, maybe there's a strange smell coming out of it. Does someone think to investigate? No.
Yo, what? They're gonna be a mobile cook organization. That's genius. That's gonna be quite a hassle, though, to move the entire operation around so often.
Move in and out for every cook. Set up a lab, cook, and then take everything down.
It's challenging, but doable.
I mean, they will avoid one of the biggest problems of last time, where once Hank found out the location, they were pretty much screwed.
Ira and his guys are good. I mean, they know how to keep their mouths shut.
We take a vote?
Why?
Dude, Walter is running a dictatorship right here. Man has no interest in anybody else making the decisions besides him. He's back. Nice. I thought him and all the rest of the boys were done. Are they actually gonna jump in the business now too?
How much weight will this hold?
It's rated for 900 pounds.
I'm gonna need 4 of them.
That gonna be layaway? Because I need to see a bunch of IDs for that.
Oh man, cash.
Oh, I see. They're buying these in order to have some way to transfer the cooking equipment from place to place, so they are in the business. I guess that's not a bad thing for them if they're doing some less important work and Mike is handling the heavy stuff.
If there's ever anything else you need from us, little stuff, big stuff,
We would be all over it.
Yeah, maybe someday.
That's cool.
Dang, man, that's a tough scene right there. They basically lost one of their best friends. And I guess it does make sense. I don't feel like Mike would have been too happy with them being involved in a big way.
Everything's the same, except for one important detail.
No stealing.
No stealing.
Blonde Matt Damon right there. I recognize that guy from something else. I'm not sure what it is, though.
From time to time, you're gonna see these two. As far as you're concerned, they are ghosts. If they tell you to jump, you don't ask what for. You call them yes, sir, and no, sir.
Love seeing Mike in his element. Dude's so freaking good at what he does. Definitely the enforcer that Walter has always dreamed of.
Hi, sorry.
We were just wrapping up.
This is, Brock.
Hi, Brock. I'm Walt. Heard a lot about you.
Oh, man, that is tough, dude. This man's straight evil talking to Brock like he didn't even try and almost kill him. I don't know how he's managed to sink so far that he has no conflicting emotions anymore. This man is just pure ruthless. It's also awesome to see that Andrea and Jesse are back together in full swing. Oh gosh, that freaking look from him right there. Holy crap. Brock doesn't even know who he's sitting by right now, the man that almost killed him. I'm still anticipating that at some point before the show has ended, Jesse is going to find out about everything Walter's done.
You have been informed that you may not re-enter the premises until it has cleared the post-fumigation inspection.
So you're gonna get them all?
We'll kill them dead.
This is such a great scheme that they've got going. I'm very impressed with what they were able to come up with. And while it would be impossible to trace the location of their cook since they're moving every couple of weeks, they still could trace it to the company, which I feel like would cause a massive issue.
There's a nanny cam in the living room clock. I disabled it. I just thought you should know.
What's your name?
Todd, sir.
I do remember where I recognize that guy from. At least one of the things I recognize him from is Game Night. Dude doesn't seem to be quite the goofball that he was in that, though. I love this, dude. I feel like business is gonna be booming as much as it ever has been. It's also a much calmer cooking sequence than we usually get. The cutting isn't as frantic and the music isn't as heavy. It's more relaxing. Maybe that's to go in line with the theme that they may have figured things out, that they can relax a little bit.
And I've got to say, seeing you with Andrea and that little boy was nice.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could enjoy that comment much more than I am. Much more sinister aspects to that conversation.
Have you thought about what your plan is vis-a-vis honesty?
She doesn't know anything. I never told her anything. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Oof, man, that makes me a little bit nervous. What measures would Walter take if he had a feeling that Andrea might spread some information?
Secrets create barriers between people. If you choose to spend the rest of your life with this person, then you'll have to decide how much you'll share.
Gosh, man, Walter needs to take his own freaking advice. He seems to be planning on spending most of his life with Jesse as a work partner, but yet he's kept plenty of secrets from him.
I know you'll make the right call.
She loves you. She'll understand.
It was a fantastic scene, man. I love that. I don't know what I want to happen, though, with Walter and Jesse. If I want Jesse to find out, or if I want him to keep going on, not knowing all those horrors. There's pros and cons to both.
I mean, his PT's going gangbusters. Thank you for that. Really, God knows where he'd be if we had to go through his health plan.
Skyler just looks constantly stressed out now, man. Being a part of the meth business has definitely aged her.
What are you doing? You don't smoke? You haven't smoked since college. With the baby and Walt?
This scene's wild, man. She's not even trying to hide it anymore. She's about to boil over.
Shut up. What? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Holy crap, bro. I've never seen her have an outburst like that before. She is going through the same freaking transformation that Walter went through. Although having an explosion in front of Marie is about the worst thing that could happen because she will never stop asking questions.
Where's Skyler?
In the bedroom, she's resting.
Is everything okay? What did she say when she was yelling?
Just yelled, shut up, shut up. I'm not leaving here until I know what's got her so upset.
I knew this was gonna go bad, man. Walter's gonna have to start thinking quick of an out.
It's time to tell me the truth, Walt. All of it. I mean it.
Is Walter gonna take his own advice he shared earlier in the episode? Surely not. Marie can't know.
You heard about Ted Beneke. He took a fall, a bad one. Fractured a couple vertebrae. Still in the hospital.
But that couldn't explain Skyler's.
Yes, it could. You do know, right?
Oh no, Walter, how could you spread that information, dude? Skyler is going to be so freaking pissed off if she learns that he told her that. Walter always throws other people under the bus before he ever considers taking one for the team. Walter the mastermind at it again, just to ruin Skyler's image in front of her own sister. I mean, it wasn't a lie, but still, Skyler had made it through all of that without telling anybody, so I wonder how Walter's gonna react to her, though, because I can't see him being too happy about her freaking out and causing potential issues. Jesse looks like he's deep in thought right there. Is he already thinking about telling her? I guess on the opposite end, he could also be thinking about breaking it off because he doesn't want to tell her. I hope that's not the option he picks. Yikes, man. Skyler is in such bad shape right now. She's gonna break for sure. I can't see her lasting much longer.
Wait for it.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yo, Walter's just watching Scarface with Walter Jr. and Holly. I haven't seen it, but I mean, that's a pretty iconic scene, so I do know that that's what it's from. Oh, phenomenal editing right there. I love that. Starting to get real worried, though, about Skyler. Like I'd been saying, she looked in bad shape, but I didn't think that she was going to progress this quickly.
What did Gus pay his mules? vehicles. He had 16 refrigerator trucks running his product. You know where they are now? Government impound. You don't like paying 20%. Maybe you shouldn't have killed the guy.
A great moment right there. Walter shouldn't go around trying to change everything right now. Mike just barely told him not to tell him how to run business.
Ira gets 110 for our piece of the business and 25 per cook. That is 45 from each of us.
This is so much freaking cash, man. Just seeing it all laid out like this. I feel like the way they're whittling it down bit by bit, though, Walter's not going to be happy with his resulting amount.
Legacy cost.
Legacy costs?
I got 9 guys, and they know a lot. The feds RICO'd their hazard pay. We are gonna make them whole.
Oh, so that's how it connects. I was wondering. That answers my question. He's not bringing them into the business, but he's using their money to pay him off still.
So we are paying them. Why?
Because it's what you do.
Oh, it's what you do.
I feel like Walter's just gonna want to off him. That seems to be how he does things now. Dude's gonna start getting carried away like he always does.
Business is my end. End of story.
This is your problem. It should come out of your end.
Hey, stick out of Mike.
Oh, Jesse, you're too good for this group. This man needs to get out of this situation, dude. Walter is such a freaking leech.
Jesse, thank you, but I'll pay my share.
Well, thankfully, it seems like Jesse's move there quelled the situation, but Walter's just a loose cannon, man.
137,000. It's less than with Fring.
Just because you shot Jesse James, don't make you Jesse James.
I love that right there. That's great stuff. I don't know, man. I don't see it taking very long for Walter to just hunt down those people and kill them so that he gets more of a cut. Or maybe he'll stop wanting to work with Mike. I don't know what could happen now.
Broke it off with Andrea. I had to. She's gonna tell Brock.
No, Jesse. Dang it, bro. I was afraid that's what he was going to do.
Thinking about Victor, I was sure that Gus did what he did to send me a message. Maybe there's another reason. Trying to cook that batch on his own. Maybe he flew too close to the sun.
Interesting. I never thought that there would be anything about that coming up again. Surely that's referencing some other situation going on right now. I don't think he'd be talking about Jesse, though, right? Surely he'd be talking about Mike, maybe? No, it was going to end right there. Dang it. That one's going to take some more thought. I'm not 100% sure what Walter was getting at with that last little bit of dialogue. There's definitely some sketchy stuff going on right now, though, with him, man. He seems like he's just one bad move away from becoming an absolute insane man. So I know we're only 3 episodes into the season, and I'm sure there's going to be some crazy stuff coming up here soon. But at the moment, I am kind of really missing Gus's character right now and the dynamic that he brought to the show. Not that it's gotten uninteresting or anything like that, but I feel like the constant fear that his character created and just the back and forth between Walter and him is just slightly missing right now from the show and the storytelling. But I mean, that was obviously, as I mentioned, perfection, and so it'd be unfair for me to expect that to continue on immediately after removing him from the picture. So I'm sure they're going to slowly build back up to that, but it's definitely left a bit of a void that I'm craving right now. So I'm really hoping soon that they kind of fill it, or as I mentioned at the end of last season, it could be Walter that fills that void, and they're just slowly working up to that point. So I'm excited to see what turns the show takes next, and especially what turns Skyler takes next, because she is in the worst position she's been in for the entire show. For a while, it seemed like she was pretty capable of handling all the business dealings that Walter was going through while managing kind of their own secret business. But at this point, it seems like she is in way over her head and is quite overwhelmed. So I don't know what her next move is going to be, but I have a feeling whatever she does, it's going to be bad for her or for Walter. And also, I'm devastated that Jesse broke it off with Andrea and Brock technically as well, since he's in the picture, because I was so excited to see them kind of continue on with their relationship, and I felt like she was really great for Jesse at kind of helping working to keep him grounded, but hopefully that's not the last we've seen of her. But I don't know at this point. For as good of a guy that Jesse is deep down, he definitely deserves some happiness. And I loved how in this episode you just see that outright with him offering all the money in order to kind of like diffuse the situation between Mike and Walter. But hopefully Walter doesn't keep abusing Jesse's willingness to help and just his kind of calmer demeanor, but I'm sure he's just going to keep using him for his own gain as we go along. And so there's definitely a lot of variables at play right now, and so I'm excited to continue on with the next two next week. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching along with me for this one, and if you did, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Helps the video out, helps the channel out. Appreciate your guys' support as always. You can check out my full-length reaction to these episodes on my Patreon, link for it in the description below. And until the next episode, I will see you all later. Peace.